What's up, boys? It's a late one here at the shop. I call this second shift. At any rate, we are gonna do a couple quick projects tonight, but I have one thing to show you guys before I get started. I'm pretty excited about this actually. I finally got my Rotan Clan sticker installed thanks to Mad Mike Wadette. This is actually the V4 sticker from his Rad Bull car, the PP20B NA car that I got to see while I was out there. So Rotan Clan is his something he started with a group of friends back in New Zealand, and it's just a bunch of rotary heads, and I'm honored to have been welcomed into that club stateside. So I guess we're Rotan Clan US. I don't know, there's a few other people in the States like Aaron Parker and a few other guys that represent, so I am now too. It's really not my thing. I'm not really like a car club kind of guy, but it's not a car club, it's just a cool thing to be involved with. So again, cheers Mike, thanks for the Rotan Clan sticker. And I also want to show you guys this. Woo! Finally got my tags. Took about 3.5 months, but the Bad Apple plates finally came in. Makes it official. This car is the Bad Apple officially. So, I've been holding on to this part for a while because I had planned on including it in a different video that included a couple different pieces that were kind of in the same realm. And I guess I'll just clue you guys in. As you know, I've been planning on doing a hood scoop on this car, which it doesn't have currently because I was really trying to keep sort of the stock lines of the car, and I think disrupting the hood is one fast way to actually make this car not as attractive as it is from the factory. The hood is very smooth and very much a part of shaping the front of the car. So what I've been doing is I've actually been looking around, and I found a hood vent that I actually want to install on the hood. There isn't a hood that I actually like other than TJ's hood. I really love this hood. This is my favorite hood for the FD. There's this one, there's a Feels hood, which is a stock shape hood that just has three slotted vents towards the back of the wiper cowl, which is also very cool. What I'm finding is that with the V-mount setup that I have, I've increased the underhood pressure quite a bit. I think the bigger openings on my front bumper also have created some of that as well, because there's so much air flowing through and coming up under the bonnet that it's actually starting to do this a little bit. Now, I've been told by some of the other guys like Ricky and a few other rotary guys I hang out with that that's pretty normal for these cars. But being that I've installed all new rubber moldings and trims and seals and rubber bumpers under the hood, it shouldn't be bad, but it is. So what I want to do is relieve some of that pressure. So I've picked up a hood scoop. I found one that I feel is the best basically the best look that I can accomplish, and it really pulls off what I want for the hood. As you guys can see, it has a drop vent. Basically, it's going to sit right inside our titanium intercooler piping. So essentially, it's going to sit like this, which is a pretty cool look, I think. I'm excited to actually get it installed on the hood, and once it's installed, I think it's going to be super functional. So the air will enter through the front bumper, through there, and then come out through the top of the intercooler and straight out of the hood vent. I think this hood vent actually accomplishes the shape that I'm after. It doesn't stick up abruptly off the hood, and it really will flow with the lines of the car very well. Once we add that, it's really going to hinder our hood prop, because our hood prop rod actually, when it's resting in place, it actually rests right where our hood scoop's going to be. So you can see, and to be honest, it's pretty ugly right there. We're actually going to get rid of that by installing these Greddy hood shocks. So they're basically a carbon fiber damper that's going to hold the hood up without the use of a prop rod. So this is a really quick and easy install. So I'm going to go ahead and just document the process. It requires a 14 mil spanner and a 4 mil, well, for me, a 4 mil Allen key, because I've got these sweet rye wire bolts holding on my fenders. So after reading the instructions, I know that I need to remove this bolt and then the 2 hood bolts here. And then the strut actually bolts into place between the 2 points, and at that point the hood will just rest up all on its own via these shocks. Alright, so we've got everything unwrapped. Pretty cool that Greddy actually includes instructions in English. They have Japanese instructions on one side, English instructions on the other. They do give a full parts list, so I've gone ahead and laid out all of our parts here. I did notice that we're missing a washer. Oh, nope, there it is. They're stuck together. Nice. So we have all the parts to put this together. These mount on our hood, these mount on our fender, and that connects the struts one end to the other. And they did include some grease and a Q-tip so that we can grease up these ball joints on either side. One thing I really like about these is they look really nice. This carbon fiber tubing looks really cool on here. Should really help sort of add some aesthetics to what's normally just kind of a boring part. So I'm gonna go ahead and start turning the wrench. Alright, so I've gone ahead and loosely put our mount on here. It's a really nice setup actually. It positions the ball right on the side of the hood here so that the strut can actually sit right in this channel here. And these are marked left and right, so you can't really screw this up. It's a pretty easy installation. This one, as you can see, is marked hood right, if it can focus on that. So you guys always notice that we have a hard time focusing. Actually, every vlogger that uses a Canon G7X has a hard time focusing on things close up. And I read a lot in the comments as people say, put your hand behind the product and it'll focus. Well, now you guys can see that that actually works. Thanks for the tip. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, these are labeled hood right. So that will be for this side. So we'll go ahead and tackle that one next. So I've gone ahead and left these a little loose. They're snug enough just to hold the hood where it needs to stay, but still loose enough to where I can move the bracket a little bit as I need. Once we get the length of the strut sort of figured out, because those brackets are slotted, we can actually move it front to back so that we can make sure that there's no extra play in there. So now we're going to go ahead and install the little ball joint, or the ball that is for the chassis side of the strut. That requires us removing the old hardware that was in here and replacing it with the new hardware that comes with the kit. Alright, so all the mounting provisions are in place for the struts. Now we'll grab the struts and see how close we are with the hood bracket for them actually being lengthened properly. The carbon side goes towards the hood. I've already checked on the instructions for that. And so essentially this is going to click onto here. And this is going to click onto right there. It looks like we're going to have to compress the strut a little bit to get it on there. That it's just a shade too long. So I'm going to put the camera down and try to do that without scratching any paint. That was a little bit of a learning process. We've got one strut in place and it's actually holding up the whole hood by itself. As you can see, the old prop rod's still down here. Now we'll just go over and tackle the other side real quick. All right, both struts are installed. I can now grab the 14mm wrench, wherever I put it. Oh, on the wiper cowl, where I always put it. And I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up the bolts for the brackets. All right, struts are all tightened down now. Now we can check to see how they work. A little squeaky. So those are pretty nice. That was a really easy install. Definitely like a 2 out of 10 on a scale. Something easy to do if you want to eliminate your hood prop. So now what I can go ahead and do is actually remove this, which sucks because this was a brand new part I just bought. And I can also remove this, which was also a brand new part I just bought. But that'll help unclutter this area, and then we can now put our hood scoop on without anything being in the way. And that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to the hood scoop. I think it's going to be a great addition to this car. It's going to help the V-mount actually accomplish what it's made to do, which is flow air through the bumper and out the back, out the hood, out underneath the bottom of the bonnet, whatever. But it's definitely a direct flow out the top of the hood with this setup, and I'm really looking forward to it. This car obviously has to go back to the paint shop, to BCC Unlimited, to get that rear quarter panel fixed. As you guys saw in the dyno video, I did a good number on this thing when I backed it into the trailer. So that will be getting repaired. My front bumper is going to get repainted. It's got heaps of rock chips and scrapes already. And so while it's there getting that done, I'm also going to have them repaint the hood with the new scoop on it. So Ricky and I will be tackling that hood scoop in the coming days. So stay tuned for that video. We are going to be updating this thing little by little now that the major parts of the rebuild are done. And we got a little surprise. There may be another RX-7 FD being built on the channel very soon. So stay tuned for details on that as well. Anyway, that's my quick little install for the night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for your subscriptions, your comments, and all your likes, thumbs up. We love you guys. Throttle fam. Peace out.